So, we start off our session with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Oh, you don't have to do anything hard. You just rest and relax. You can say prayers, mantras, petitions, whatever it is that you feel directly correlate to how you access this beautiful, wonderful, and at times magical abilities, okay? Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Yamonja, Oshun, Mawu, and all the Taras. Please connect us to the Archangels, to the Spirit Guide, Spirit Animals, our lineage, and all for our highest vibrational good only, rooting us down in our individual healing experience and bringing us forth as a community. And bringing us forth as a community, I say all of this in the name of I Am, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And so it be. Let it be. You can move on. So, just right here in the third eye. Relaxing, releasing, moving, finding some movement here. Just getting this energy to flow in a very lovely, lovely, lovely way. Because we are uncovering your power. Your power. Your power. It's oftentimes that people think that the magic is outside of us, but it is inside of us. However you communicate with the universe, whether you call that God, universe, source, energy, whatever you believe in, not what I believe in, what you believe in. Whatever that connection is right there, it is much easier for us to visualize that as energy that is outside of us, rather than recognizing that that is energy that is within us. India Arie has a song where she sings, I see the God in you. And I remember the first time I ever heard that song, probably maybe like 15 years ago. When I heard the song, I was like, okay, like my perception of it was, oh, that's cool that we all have this, extreme power within us. But I was not admitting in that moment how my experience with religion, this is before I went to school for religious studies, I in that moment had not taken the time to properly read and educate myself across various lineages to understand that we're all interpreting the same thing. It just depends on the tradition. It just depends on, a person's background. But we're all a way of having an experience. So don't pressure yourself to fit into one area. Just continue to explore, merge, but more than anything, just have this unlimited, unconditional love with universe, God, source, whatever you want to call it, to bring in these magical abilities. So we're going to work on the inside here. And again, I make it a point to explain to you all that this is not something that is religious. A religion, by definition, is a group or a set of rules that is demonstrated by a group, typically throughout history, in which this is how you communicate with the unknown. A spiritual journey is the journey that an individual person has with the unknown. So you can't look at somebody and know what their spiritual journey is. Your magical abilities are the things that are happening in the spiritual journey. The word spiritual has been so closely associated with religion when it really should be associated with just life in general. Everything from growing a plant to spending a moment with someone you care about to living in a space of gratitude can be a spiritual experience. It doesn't require any religion or anything like that. So I definitely create an environment so you know that there are no triggering, or the intention is not to trigger you, because out of my time as a healer, one of the top things that I notice that people struggle with is they struggle with having a relationship with God, universe, source, or whatever they believe in, whatever their particular connection is, and having to reconcile that with whatever religion they were raised in, because they were receiving the message that they're wrong, that that they're bad, and you have a whole group of people going against you saying all of these things. But at the end of the day, they didn't feel whole inside of it, not because the faith wasn't for everyone, it just wasn't for them, or they needed to find maybe a different sect of that faith, or they needed to find themselves. And with that being said, what we do here often is we expand so that we can explore the deepest parts of ourselves. So no matter what you go on to do, which is your choice, no matter what you go on to do, you can feel open. You can feel peace. And you can feel enough. Because this is about feeling enough and worthy of these magical abilities. These hard to describe abilities within you, okay? So I'm going to pull away any of this old doubt, any of the old pain of not feeling like you fit in some area of your life. Feeling like, why is it working out for someone else but not me? It's because you have your own journey. Your soul has been awakened and it's elevated and it has its eyes open. It's looking around and it's exciting. But you have the responsibility to have to show up and feed it in a way that other people will just be spoon-fed what's going on. Not everybody is awakened. And that's the reality. You have to be okay with being one that is awakened in your path. And respect that. Know that the universe chose you. Step into that. And when you step into that, you'll be able to have educated conversations about what's going on in life. And at the same time, you will not feel limited by whatever is going on in life. Okay. So, opening this up and removing any doubt. You know you're different. I think that you've known for a long time that you're different, but you have to embrace being yourself, you, exactly as you are, in whatever you believe in and whatever journey you're on. There's no right or wrong way to be on the journey. You don't need someone else guides guide you forth into your path. What do you want? What impact do you want to make? What do you want to surround yourself with? What brings you happiness? What brings you joy? What brings you peace? What needs to heal? What needs to be let go? What is your superpower? What do you want to bring into fruition? All of these things matter. And be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. But more than anything, do not be afraid of yourself. Don't be afraid of the power that you have within you to create the life you want. It is often through these systemic intersectional conversations, inclusivity or inclusive conversations, that we all find our true power. Why? Because we are not limited by the hegemonic, unconscious patterns that live within society. We can see things from the highest experience. We can work towards bridging that gap for ourselves, be a part of a community that bridges that gap, and still have an unlimitless potential. And that is what this community is about. Nothing can stop your shine. Nothing can stop your grind, but more than the grind, nothing can stop your path, your purpose, and what's going to get you there. If you need to take a break, take a break. If you want to sit and reflect, reflect. If you want to enjoy the beauty of a relaxing day, enjoy that beauty. If you want to enjoy yourself for who you are and just be that unique you, be it. You don't need a co-signer. Baby, people will catch up to you. They will eventually catch up, but you gotta see that you are light years ahead. And it can be intimidating to be a leader, but it is okay. Sometimes we're just leading ourselves. And we have so much in our environment that's telling us to remain small, tightly wound, and you're ready for a new energetic experience. Keep breathing. Couple more moments of activation. And freedom. Who are you? Tell me who you are. The true you, your fullest self, your best self. Tell me who you are. Tell me who you are. Tell me what you want. Release, open, and allow it to come to you. And so it shall be. Feel free to fall asleep to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck away any doubts, any anxiety, any insecurity, any confusion, past pain, so that you can be free of that. I want you, sweetness, to feel as good as you possibly can feel in a world that you can make into your own. Okay. Knowing that you are more than enough. That what lives within you is confidence, reassurance, person there, regardless of if you know them or not, is there to support you unconditionally. How would your life change if that is what you believed? Every person on the other side of the computer, every person on the other side of a phone, how would your life change? You can comment it in the comment section. How would your life change? What if you realized that everything that you were afraid of, nervous of, and insecure about was all just an illusion? An illusion of the mind. And that in fact the mind could create any life that you wanted. I'd be like, damn, what have I been doing? Let's go ahead and lift that veil so that you can now see life in the way that you want it, not being a victim of circumstances of the past, but being a leader of the life you want today and tomorrow. So as I remove this from your energy, you have the choice now to be in love with life, to be in love with this moment, to be in love with yourself. Do with it as you like, but I highly encourage you. Focus on that goal, that manifestation you have been working on, and allow it to be. Hold it in your heart, and don't be afraid to have expectations in this life. Things may have not turned out the way that you had wanted them to turn out in the past, but today you have complete freedom for tomorrow. Imagine if this time around, or that this time around, you finally get to a much beautiful, bigger, and greater goal. I'm going to remove the last bit of doubt in your mind, and I'm going to release it. And I'm going to send you some love, sweetness, my little sweetness. Here you are. Here you are. Here you are. Here you are. Okay. Take that away. Take that away. I love you so much. And I'm so proud of you. And I am so happy for you. And I know you can do it. So anything that's been going on, school, life, work, hobbies, passion, and you're switching in something new, health, money, family, friends, whatever it is, just know that I love you. And that deep inside, you love yourself, and that is more than enough. Know that you're always welcome back to our community, a place of peace, blessings, but just people who want to see you blossom and bloom. You come back anytime, whenever you need, okay? Well, family, I really enjoyed myself today. I'm going to keep the elemental series going on. Again, I am taking magical video requests for the month of March. The elemental series was a requested video or video series, so let's get into it and go ahead and comment that in the comment section. Cannot wait to see the rest of March, but I want you to know that I love you. So if you haven't heard anyone say it to you today, or even if you didn't talk to anybody today, if you forgot to say it to yourself, always remember to say it to yourself. I love you. You gotta tell yourself you love yourself, because that's the only person who really matters when it comes to this thing called life. So we start our sessions off with a prayer. It is not a religious Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good. Please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Yamonja, Oshu, Mawu, and Avatars. Please connect us to the Archangel, Spirit Guide, Spirit Animals, Ancestors, lineage, and all for our highest vibrational good, only rooting us down our individual healing experience and bringing us forth as a community. I say all of this in the name of I Am, Ashe. 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 So let's just go ahead and get started. Starting right there on your crown area. Just relax. I do have a wand that I'm going to be using to do some of the drawing. Okay. You ready? Let's go. Breathing in that crown chakra area. Breathing in that crown chakra. Now let's move on down. Move on down, move on down, move on down. Move on down, move on down, move on down. To the third eye. Okay. Here every night, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. EST or whatever your local time is. So I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. And it is a new month surprise. First and foremost, we have a new surprise every couple of days. So stay tuned because I will be unveiling that. And our first surprise is we have our gratitude community. So go into the description box. You will see the first link. Go there and leave and or read some gratitude. The point is just to raise the vibrational feeling so that if ever you need it, you can have someone to talk to in there, or you can just read some of the comments there. It is to bring the vibration and the shift in an upward direction. But for this, we are going to be relaxing and working through any trauma that comes up. And again, if you want to look into mysticism more fully, you can join the Patreon community as well. But this month is just surprises on top of surprises. Let's get started. So go ahead and get as comfortable as possible, okay? yourself from the past and welcome this new, beautiful life. Free yourself from the past and welcome this new, beautiful life. Free yourself from the past and welcome this new, beautiful life. Free yourself from the past and welcome this new, beautiful life. Free yourself from the past. Free yourself and welcome this new, beautiful life. And welcome this new, free yourself life. From the past. Free yourself and welcome this from the past. And welcome this free yourself beautiful life. From the past. Free yourself and welcome this new, beautiful life. And welcome this new, free yourself life. From the past. Free yourself and welcome this new, beautiful life. And welcome this new, free yourself. From the past. Free yourself and welcome this new, beautiful life. And welcome this new, free yourself life. From the past. Free yourself and welcome this from the past. And welcome this free yourself beautiful life. From the past. Free yourself and welcome this new, beautiful life. Free yourself. Free yourself. Free yourself from the past. And welcome this new, beautiful life. I'm just gonna draw some Reiki symbols on your chakras, just to put you in this place of ease, of letting go of what no longer serves you. You gotta let it go, but also you also have to understand that by letting it go, that means a lot of things have to be let go. So maybe you met people, or you're in situations that only work for your trauma, and you might feel okay in them, you're like, fine. But to release the trauma requires you to let these other things go too. And 9 times out of 10, you don't know which one it is. You're like, oh, I thought this was toxic, but this is really toxic. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Because you have something that is so much more deserving in your life. Something that deserves more of your attention, more of you. And the best thing you can do is free yourself. Is free yourself. Free yourself. Free yourself from the past. From the past. 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 Free yourself from the free yourself from the past. Past. Free yourself from the past. 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 Free yourself from the past. Past. So, continuing to free yourself here. Just letting free yourself from the past. Free yourself. discovering a new way, discovering a new way, discovering a new way, discover, 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 way to say thank you. I don't know how many times I say it or I don't say it enough, but thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I receive all that you give. I work hard to make things easier on myself, but I enjoy the challenges and the lessons that I come in contact with. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's pretty much kind of the feeling of what the prayer is. But because it is still a prayer, I ask for consent because consent matters. Do I have your permission to say a prayer? May I touch you? Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Yamonja, Oshun, Mawun, all the Taras. Please connect us to the archangels, animal guides, spirit guides, our lineage, and all for the highest vibrational good only, rooting us down in our individual healing experience and bringing us forth as a community. I say all of this in the name of thank you, and I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Nothing, nothing, nothing is set in stone. Nothing, nothing, nothing is set in stone. Our stone of choice is going to be some tourmaline. I love this piece because it has this beautiful little quartz in it. This is my favorite stone of all times. You can see a little bit of the quartz in there. Tourmaline. I literally just chase my dog so I'm out of breath. But why is this my favorite stone? As I use it in the session, it is my favorite stone because it is a stone of the root chakra, and it is a stone of great balance, of great security. So when people experience just a state of not being in balance, some type of chaos, something unexpected, whether that throws off your internal or external equilibrium, this is a wonderful stone for that. Why? Because it reminds you of who you are. It reminds world is as moldable as you need it to be. Is that not fucking amazing? Like, I don't mean to be like a metaphysical nerd and get a little amped up, but what we're sensing as, oh, this is uncertain, I don't know what to do, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, paralyzed, is really an opportunity to say, okay, I embrace the discomfort. Who gives a fuck about that? Smooth right on over here to say, wow, what do I want to do and what do I want to accomplish? I'm going to remove everything out of my life that no longer serves me and bring into the life something that brings the highest experience. And you will typically know you're doing this because the more things that you kind of push to the side of like, no, this isn't serving, the more use you actually make of your time, less needing to kind of like mindlessly scroll just to get that quick, like, you know, fix of feeling like, oh, I'm important, Instead, you just accept yourself for who you are. You don't need the external validation. You don't need the external stimulation. You just feel fine as you are. And that is beautiful. That is beautiful. So I'm going to give this to you. Just place your hands out. I'm going to put that right into your little hand, or your medium-sized hand, or your big hand, or whatever size your hand is. If you don't want to use a hand, or the hand is not your thing, I'm giving it to you. You do whatever you need to do with it. Second part, and I paid attention to y'all. Y'all all thought in the fire video that this was a blunt. This is cinnamon. I've been said it was cinnamon. I told you it was cinnamon. It's cinnamon. So this is another great tool, herb for grounding. Actually, my favorite thing for grounding now. I love cinnamon, period. But the reason why I love it so much now is because cinnamon is very slow burning. It will sustain itself. Energetically, it feels very like I'm safe. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. Okay. And so just creating a space here where you know you're safe. You're safe as you are. you really want, okay? Whatever that is, it requires you to grow and expand. And that means you gotta work the mental muscle too. And that means there's gonna be a challenge. That lifting up is a challenge. Anything in front of you is a challenge. In facing the challenge, 9 times out of 10, when you face it, every moment up until that moment, you're like cringing. You're like, then you actually face it. It probably isn't even as bad as you think. And then afterwards, you look around and you're like, why did I waste so much time on this? Not realizing that getting through challenges actually encourages us to grow bigger. Because think about it, when you were younger, there were things you were really afraid of, okay? I had like, I'm gonna be honest here. When I was like 10, I had like mismatched socks on, and I took my shoes off one time and someone was like, you have on mismatched socks, and I was like, oh my gosh. As an adult, I'm like, y'all are lucky that I wear socks. That's how I really feel. Like, you're lucky that but it really does take facing that's a little baby challenge, but facing the challenge in order to in order to move forward in steps. So then when you become an adult, it's like the challenge is speaking up for yourself somewhere, or requiring that people treat you with respect, not requiring that people grovel over you or that, like, something like that, but like, you know, respect yourself, respect others, make sure people are treating you with respect, so they're treating you with kind words. It doesn't mean that people have to agree with you. It simply means that people are speaking to you in a respectful way. And there's a lot of things that everyone learns when they're younger that really shapes them into who they become. So if you feel this irrational fear of something, you need to go chase it. You want to get so far and so that you want to get so far past that fear that you are now in the dream life you want. And you got to think about it like this. How many times do we force ourselves to do things we don't want and it's uncomfortable? Versus how many times do we force ourselves to do things that we want that are uncomfortable? Because that discomfort is actually where you grow. A lot of times, people spend most of their time doing uncomfortable things that they don't want to do versus doing the things they want to do that's uncomfortable, because of the mental balance, the energetic balance, and then that starts moving into the soul, that starts moving in other directions as well, and being able to be at one. So know that nothing is set in stone, and that whatever you want to do, whatever life you want to build, you really can do it during this time. Think about it like a marathon, not a sprint. How did the tortoise win, you know? Slow and steady. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop assuming you need to be somewhere else, in a different place or a different personality. Stop putting on faces for other people or other things, and just get real comfy and cozy with yourself. I guarantee that you're really fun and really amazing, okay? This is an opportunity for you to be okay with moving on from your karmic past. You want to have better relationships. You want to have better money. You want to feel more fulfilled. You want to have better family relationships. Let go of the old habits in which you used to interact with these situations, and embrace who you really are. Now, who you really are, that's going to take a little bit more time, because you get to explore yourself each and every day, learning new and fun things. Start seeing challenges and those moments of feeling uncomfortable as a good sign that you're growing. Because the safe bet doesn't always mean security, but following your purpose passion will always mean fulfillment. Remember, there's no such thing as failure. Literally just fall forward. Sounds good to me. And be at one with yourself. I really, really love this. I really love this sound bowl. The niceness of nails, right? Okay. If you want to hear what it sounds like. I actually like it better like this. So peaceful. It always reminds me of going in and coming out of meditation. So, nothing is set in stone. Create this life that you want. You can do it. You can do it. And this was not an intended bonus or surprise, but I will also now tap on this papaya. Does it sound good? It sounds good to me. I actually really like the way this sounds. Gosh, look how massive this thing is. Staples I get every week. Papaya. Sometimes I don't get a papaya every week. I don't do that. Plantains. Yucca. I do berries. I do like salad mix, like spinach, arugula, stuff like that. Some other stuff too. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I hope you enjoyed this papaya. Well, family, as you know, it's almost like this girl's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She literally just whipped out a papaya. I promise you, I'm sitting it on the table to ripen, but I also don't care because it's my papaya anyway. Inside joke, the papaya. Every time I bring this up, it's gonna mean something anyway. Sweetness, my sweet, sweet sweetness. Head on over to the gratitude community. It is the first link in the description box to leave gratitude or read gratitude. Feel good about yourself. That's the purpose. It is to feel good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. As we start off the session, we start off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master enjoy, 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 enjoy. Okay, that is that lovely Labradorite energy. So if you notice that you have more of a Neptunian kind of energy, a Piscean kind of energy, a very much whimsical kind of feel to yourself, you might really resonate with this stone. It's called Labradorite. And this is a Labradorite shard. And the other one was a hematite shard. Now, I'm gonna go with some black kyanite. Now, if you can tell, my favorite chakra is the root chakra. It is the chakra that I most deeply enjoy. Why not, protection, security, balance, grounding, rooting, heritage, all of that stuff. So that's definitely one of my favorite chakras. So I would say most of my stones for a long time were very root based. And then I add more, but I think the ones that I naturally gravitate to in my everyday life are a lot of these root chakra stones. And just to remember, you can use a stone on any chakra, but you would use it for different things. For example, if you wanted to take a chakra outside of its context and use it on another part of the body, another chakra, it is more like an experimentation to understand how it feels for you. It's going to feel different. So do you like that different, or do you not like that different? And if you don't like the difference, then don't use it on your ground, don't use it on your third eye, don't use it in a place where it doesn't feel intuitively right for you. But if you do like the difference, if it helps in some type of way, then utilize it. I'm one of those people where I'm like, you gotta do what's best for you, and you gotta always be able to experiment to see what things you can do that keep you deeply connected to whatever your energetic paths are. Sometimes it is so easy to get caught up in thinking things should be done the right way. Different lineage, with different strokes for different folks, like different lineages, different histories, different ways, to utilize the same energy. Is just up to you in whatever way you want to utilize it, okay? In whatever way you want to utilize it, it is up to you, okay? So you can't get it wrong. You cannot get it wrong. You cannot get it wrong. You cannot get it wrong. That was that lovely black kyanite. I like to call it our little Game of Thrones chair. Lovely, lovely black kyanite. Last but certainly not least, we have a beautiful zebra striped agate. It's a zebra striped agate. So you can really see that zebra, the white, the black, the white, the black. You can see that there. And these stones have been tumbled. I actually never seen a kyanite or a selenite tumbled. No, that's not true. I've seen a selenite tumbled. I never seen a kyanite tumbled, but it would essentially look like a selenite. They're just very fragile stones. So, because they're so fragile, you have to be much more gentler with them if you decided to tumble your stone. Tumble just means make it smooth rather than it being rough. So let's just work on that energy right there. Work on that energy. I said much. So let me just check in with you. How have you been? What's going on? What's new for you? Blue shoe. Blue shoe. My mom used to be like, what are you doing now, brown cow? I was like, what? When someone tries to rhyme and they're horrible at it, you're like, and then you become it. Just relaxing through this. I don't know. Shout out to all the mothers. I don't know, I just felt like that. Very much a motherly vibe. Shout out to all the mothers and all that you do and all that beautiful work you do. And if you're in a motherly role, you know, you're an older sibling, you're just, you have fur babies or whatever, you know, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. One of my home girls, her rising sign is in Cancer. And she is like so motherly, it's ridiculous. Like, we'll just be hanging out and then she'll be like, let me feed you. And I'm like, what? Because I'm pretty vocal. I'm hungry. I will eat. Let me feed you. Let me make you some curry. Let me make you some da-da-da-da. I was like, okay. Okay. I'm not gonna turn down curry, so. Okay. Go ahead, make you some, please. So again, bringing it full circle to mothering energy out there. That beautiful, beautiful womb energy. And you know what? I'm gonna separate I'm gonna use womb as a metaphor, so it's not mutually exclusive to someone needing to have a certain organ to have this mothering energy. It's just if you do. If you have the mothering energy, you do. You do. You definitely do. Okay. Okay. Just bringing that down. Just moving that all around. How are you feeling? 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 Well, family, we are going to be supercharging, cleansing, and just checking in with you about your magical goals and the things you have been manifesting. So sit back, relax, enjoy. Let me take care of you, and you just, you know, smile. I am paid with smiles, so I appreciate that. Go ahead and give me one. If you're new to the community, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming back every night and us sharing this community together, because that is what this is, an inclusive, diverse community in which we all come together and we practice in our own ways and we expand and we are respectful and all of those things. So I appreciate you all and I enjoy being here. And if you would like to learn more, if you want to have more in-depth knowledge or a deeper community or deeper conversation, head on over to Patreon. I also have some you to see how magical March has been going. How has things been for you? Have you tried any of the methods we have been talking about? Have you tried anything else? There's so many ways to manifest. Of course, we went through the elements. One more left, it's not forgotten. Of course, we went through the elements. And we talked about just internal activation. And this is really a moment to discuss tools, okay? Like we can use crystals, we can use herbs, we can use various liquids. But the most important thing is that these things be accessible, okay? To be able to utilize any of these principles or any of these paths to manifesting while you just have yourself. So whether that is a financial resource thing, or maybe it's just, hey, I don't feel like I need to buy more stuff. Whatever the reason is for you, you should be able to utilize these things with the bare minimum, because the most important thing is working on the inside. And so we have various methods. We have the 369 method, in which you write what you want as if it has already happened, and you start 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night, and you write it every day. Or the 555 method, where you write things out 5 times, write it 5 times, and then just continue to write it like that. In general, what you're doing is you're changing your vibrational frequency. Now, so much of our life is about what we attract and more of how we are interpreting life. And I think that within the spiritual community, especially the community that manifests, let's change the conversation from attracts, because then people always pop up and say weird things like, did someone attracted this negative thing happening to them? And let's switch the conversation to be able to say how we are perceiving and our perceptions of life, okay? And with that conversation, it's more of expanding the dialogue to say, how do we gear our interpretation of the world? Do you lean more optimistic? Do you lean more pessimistic? And typically people will lean more pessimistic if they've had exposure to trauma that has not been resolved, or they have faced abuse, or just numerous things, because that is the reality that they've lived. And typically a person can lean more optimistic if they were much more insulated, maybe much more protected in their society or protected in their home. And so the way that you perceive life can also lend a hand into how you go about your day each and every day. If you wake up in the morning like, oh, I'm ready to take on life, you're more than likely to discover new things to take on. But if you kind of are wearing the weight of the world on your shoulder, it's much harder to be optimistic, and you see how that cycle happens. So one who is optimistic could say, oh, simply the answer is optimism, and the one who is more pessimistic could say, but what about all these external factors? And both of them lend to the full scope of what's going on. So I'm a strong believer in healing as a collective, healing the community, and healing the self. And with all the conversations of intersectional issues, systemic issues, and human rights issues, that is giving us an opportunity systemic things that are no longer serving us. We can also manifest the life that we want. And also understand that some do not have access to the same access you have, or even to the knowledge of how. Because most of our world as an individual is here. A lot of the magic in these magical concepts, it feels like it's outside of us. It feels like it's the crystal. It feels like it's the spray. It feels like it's the herb. It feels like it's all of these things. But it is inside of you. That's where it's really at. And we use these things as tools, reminders, or based on their vibrational principles, things that activate aspects or reminds the internal. But you don't need this. You don't need any of this stuff. You only need you. You have the power, and it starts really with training your mind. You do that through your channeling, through your meditation, through your practicing of manifesting and creating the environment, the vibrational environment that you want. And I know that that's a lot to put on you, but it's a good question to ask. How has your March been going? Go ahead and tell me in the comment section, and be honest. It's okay. Whether it's been going really well, or nothing's happened, or it didn't go in the way that you expected, it is okay. The origins of what you want are much more important than what its external manifestation is, okay? The external manifestation will come when it needs to. But let's get to the root. 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 Let's get the root to the let's just inhale, exhale, to exhale the root. Inhale, let's exhale. Inhale, exhale the root. Inhale, let's get to the root. Let's go ahead and do a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, just a prayer to root us in our individual connections and to bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. And remember, you have your own prayer. Rewrite the prayer. Make it and incorporate it into what you need. Okay? So I have your permission. Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Imojao, Shumawu, and all the Taras. Please connect us to the Archangels, Spirit Guides, Animal Guides, Ancestors, and lineage, and all for the highest vibrational good only, rooting us down in our individual healing experience and bringing us forth as a community. I say all of this in the name of I Am Ashe. 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 Okay. I think you will find that deep down inside, you already have what you've been longing for. I think you will find that deep down inside, you already have what you have been longing for. I think you will find deep down inside that you already have what you have been longing for. I think you will find that deep down inside you already have what you have been longing for. some